I'm a perfectionist, and when I reach a certain level, I want to go to the next level. My stand-up and everything, I always want to perfect it.
Chris Tucker's portrayal of Smokey in Friday catapulted him to stardom, but his absence from the sequels left fans puzzled for years. Now, at 53, Tucker has finally addressed the swirling rumors about his departure. This is the story of his rise, his choice to leave, and his eventual return to the spotlight. Chris Tucker's early career. Chris Tucker's journey to stardom began in the vibrant comedy scene of Atlanta, Georgia. In 1990, he took his first steps onto the stage at the Comedy Act Theater, a venue known for nurturing emerging talent. It was here that Tucker discovered his true calling, feeling an electric connection with the audience that would shape his future. Driven by ambition and a desire to refine his craft, Tucker made the bold move to Los Angeles. The city's competitive comedy landscape became his training ground, where he dedicated himself to honing his act. For 2 years, Tucker performed nightly across various venues, developing his unique comedic voice and style. Tucker's breakthrough came in 1992 with an appearance on HBO's Def Comedy Jam. His high-energy performance and distinctive style caught the attention of industry insiders, setting the stage for his transition from stand-up to the silver screen. This pivotal moment marked the beginning of Tucker's ascent in Hollywood, leading to his film debut in House Party 3 Inches in 1994, The Friday Phenomenon. In 1995, Chris Tucker's career reached new heights with the release of Friday. The film, written by Ice Cube and DJ Pooh and directed by F. Gary Gray, became a cultural touchstone, resonating with audiences and critics alike. Set in South-Central Los Angeles, Friday followed the misadventures of Craig Ice Cube and Smokey Chris Tucker over the course of a single eventful day. Tucker's portrayal of Smokey was nothing short of transformative. His energetic performance, impeccable comedic timing, and memorable one-liners turned Smokey into an instant fan favorite. Tucker's chemistry with Ice Cube was palpable, creating a dynamic on-screen partnership that drove the film's success. Friday quickly achieved cult status, grossing over $28 million at the box office and spawning a franchise. The film's blend of humor and social commentary struck a chord with viewers, particularly in the African-American community. It offered a fresh perspective on life in South-Central Los Angeles, balancing levity with authentic representations of urban experiences. For Tucker, Friday was more than just a successful film. It was a career-defining moment. His performance as Smokey showcased his unique comedic talents to a wider audience, establishing him as a rising star in Hollywood. The role opened doors to bigger opportunities and set the stage for Tucker's meteoric rise in the entertainment industry. Tucker's rise to stardom post-Friday. Following the success of Friday, Chris Tucker's career trajectory soared to new heights. In 1997, he starred alongside Jackie Chan in Rush Hour, an action comedy that would become a global phenomenon. The film opened at #1 at the box office, grossing over $244 million worldwide. Tucker's chemistry with Chan was electric, and their on-screen partnership would span multiple sequels. Tucker's success in Rush Hour catapulted him into the upper echelons of Hollywood. He signed a groundbreaking 2-picture deal with New Line Cinema worth $40 million, making him one of the highest-paid actors in the industry at the time. This deal underscored Tucker's market value and the industry's confidence in his ability to draw audiences. Beyond Rush Hour, Tucker continued to expand his filmography with notable roles in diverse projects. He starred in Money Talks with Charlie Sheen, showcasing his ability to hold his own alongside established actors. In Luc Besson's sci-fi epic The Fifth Element, Tucker demonstrated his versatility by taking on the flamboyant role of Ruby Road. He also appeared in Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown, further solidifying his status as a sought-after talent in Hollywood. These roles allowed Tucker to break free from the typecasting that often plagues comedic actors. He proved himself capable of handling dramatic scenes, action sequences, and complex characters, all while maintaining the comedic timing that had made him famous. The mystery of Tucker's absence from Next Friday. When Next Friday hit theaters in 2000, fans were quick to notice the absence of Chris Tucker's beloved character, Smokey. The sequel brought back many familiar faces from the original, including Ice Cube, John Witherspoon, and DJ Pooh. But Tucker's non-appearance left a noticeable void. The absence of Smokey from Next Friday sparked widespread speculation and disappointment among fans. Tucker's character had been integral to the success of the original film, and his chemistry with Ice Cube was a major draw. Without Smokey, many felt that the sequel lacked the magic that had made the first Friday so special. For years, the reasons behind Tucker's departure from the franchise remained shrouded in mystery. Fans and industry insiders alike speculated about possible behind-the-scenes conflicts, creative differences, or scheduling issues. The lack of a clear explanation only fueled further curiosity and debate. In 2017, Ice Cube addressed the situation during an appearance on the Drink Champs podcast. He expressed his frustration and disappointment over Tucker's decision not to return for the sequel. Cube likened the impact of Smokey's absence to a major sports team losing a star player, comparing it to the breakup of Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. His comments highlighted the significance of Tucker's role in the franchise and the void left by his departure. Financial reasons for leaving Friday. One of the primary factors behind Chris Tucker's decision not to return for Next Friday was financial. Despite the original film's success, the compensation for the cast was surprisingly modest. Rizwan Manji, a member of the Friday cast, revealed that many actors, including Tucker, were paid only $10,000 for their roles in the first film. This amount was far from reflective of the movie's eventual success and cultural impact. In contrast, Tucker's career had skyrocketed post-Friday, and he was commanding much higher salaries for his work. His role in Rush Hour had reportedly earned him $20 million, a stark difference from his Friday paycheck. This disparity in earnings likely played a significant role in Tucker's decision-making process regarding future Friday installments. John Witherspoon, who portrayed Mr. Jones in the Friday series, shed light on this aspect in a 2018 interview. He noted that Tucker's decision to work on Rush Hour with Jackie Chan proved to be a lucrative move. Witherspoon remarked, "I wouldn't go back to Friday either," highlighting the substantial financial incentive that Tucker had to pursue other projects. The success of Rush Hour and subsequent films had positioned Tucker as one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. Returning to the Friday franchise, which had initially paid him a relatively small sum, may have seemed like a step backward financially. The potential earnings from other projects likely outweighed any offer that could have been made for a Friday sequel. Career ambitions and avoiding typecasting. Beyond financial considerations, Chris Tucker's decision to step away from the Friday franchise was also driven by his desire for career growth and diversification. After the success of Friday, Tucker was keen on expanding his range as an actor and avoiding being typecast as Smokey. In an interview with The Times, Tucker explained that by the time discussions for Next Friday were underway, he had already moved on to other projects. He was working on Money Talks, a film that offered him a different kind of role and the opportunity to work with established actors like Charlie Sheen. This move signaled Tucker's ambition to branch out and tackle more varied characters. Tucker's career choices post-Friday reflect his determination to establish himself as a versatile actor. His roles in films like The Fifth Element and Jackie Brown allowed him to showcase different aspects of his talent, from science fiction to crime drama. These diverse projects helped Tucker break free from the comedic sidekick image that Smokey had established. Moreover, Tucker's involvement in the Rush Hour franchise provided him with a leading role in a major Hollywood production. This series allowed him to blend his comedic talents with action sequences, further expanding his repertoire as an actor. The global success of Rush Hour cemented Tucker's status as a bankable star, capable of carrying a film franchise. By choosing not to return to Friday, Tucker was making a statement about his career trajectory. he was positioning himself as a leading man in Hollywood, capable of taking on complex roles across various genres. This strategy allowed him to evolve as an actor and maintain longevity in an industry known for typecasting. Personal transformation and faith. A significant factor in Chris Tucker's decision to distance himself from the Friday franchise was his personal transformation, particularly his deepening commitment to Christianity. As Tucker's career progressed, so did his spiritual journey, leading to a reevaluation of his professional choices and the type of content he wanted to be associated with. In various interviews, Tucker has spoken openly about how his faith influenced his approach to comedy and his overall public persona. By the time discussions for next Friday were underway, Tucker had undergone a period of reflection and spiritual growth. He found himself drawn back to church and sought to align his career more closely with his Christian beliefs. This spiritual journey involved a conscious effort to clean up his act, both on and off stage. In a 2014 interview with Vancouver's Straight, Tucker discussed how his faith transformed his approach to comedy. He described moving away from raunchy and explicit humor, which was prevalent in his early stand-up routines. "I was never a raunchy comic, but I didn't think about what I was saying because I was young," Tucker reflected. Tucker's newfound faith led him to a deeper consideration of his comedic material. He explained, "Being a Christian helps me in comedy. I have to talk about other stuff. Normally most comics talk about stuff that's easy, maybe cussing or saying something raunchy. I have to dig deeper to find something that's still funny and not raunchy. Now it's harder. I like the challenge." This shift in perspective made it challenging for Tucker to consider returning to a character like Smokey, known for his foul-mouthed, carefree, and somewhat raunchy humor. For Tucker, reprising that role might have conflicted with the values he had embraced during his spiritual journey. Tucker's hiatus from Hollywood. In the early 2000s, Chris Tucker made the surprising decision to step away from Hollywood, marking a significant hiatus in his acting career. This period of absence was driven by a combination of factors, including his dissatisfaction with the roles he was being offered and a growing need to reassess his career and financial management. Tucker's retreat from the spotlight allowed him to focus on personal growth and spiritual development. However, this time away from the industry was not without its challenges. In 2014, it was publicly revealed that Tucker owed up to $14 million in back taxes, a substantial debt accumulated over years of earnings dating back to 2001. The tax issue became a major public concern and highlighted some of the difficulties Tucker faced during his hiatus. His representatives explained that the problem stemmed from poor accounting and business management rather than deliberate tax evasion. Nonetheless, the large sum owed and the public nature of the tax issue placed a spotlight on Tucker's financial and professional challenges during this period. In response to these difficulties, Tucker began to make efforts to address his financial obligations and re-establish his career. He returned to stand-up comedy, leveraging his comedic skills to reconnect with audiences and generate income. Additionally, Tucker made select appearances in films and took on roles that aligned with his current interests, reflecting his desire to reinvent himself professionally. Tucker's perspective on returning to Friday. In a 2014 interview with Sway in the Morning, Chris Tucker addressed the possibility of revisiting the Friday franchise, offering insight into his thoughts on potentially returning to the series. Tucker expressed that if he were to return to a film like Friday, it would need to evolve alongside his own personal and professional growth since his role as Smokey. Tucker acknowledged that his perspective and approach to comedy had changed significantly since his early days in the industry. He emphasized that any new iteration of Friday would require more than just a nostalgic revisit of his character. Instead, it would need to align with his current values and experiences, reflecting the ways in which he has matured as both an individual and a performer. This sentiment underscored Tucker's commitment to growth and his desire to ensure that his work remains relevant and meaningful. While he didn't rule out the possibility of returning to the franchise, His comments suggested that any potential return would be contingent on the project's ability to offer a fresh and evolved take on the characters and themes. Despite his departure from the Friday franchise, Tucker continued to remain active in the entertainment industry. He maintained a robust presence in stand-up comedy, performing shows across the country and reconnecting with his audience through his live performances. Additionally, Tucker announced his return to the Rush Hour franchise, confirming that he would reprise his role alongside Jackie Chan for Rush Hour 4. Tucker's career renaissance. In recent years, Chris Tucker has experienced a career renaissance, marking his return to both stand-up comedy and film. His comeback to the stand-up circuit has been particularly noteworthy, with Tucker embarking on national tours that have been met with enthusiasm from longtime fans and new audiences alike. These performances have allowed Tucker to showcase his evolved comedic style, blending his signature high-energy delivery with more mature and reflective material. On the film front, Tucker has been selective about his projects, choosing roles that align with his current interests and values. His appearance in the critically acclaimed film Silver Linings Playbook, 2012, demonstrated his ability to hold his own in a star-studded cast and tackle more dramatic roles. This performance hinted at Tucker's potential for a broader range of characters beyond his comedic roots. The announcement of his involvement in Rush Hour 4 Inches has generated significant buzz, signaling Tucker's willingness to revisit familiar territory while potentially bringing new depth to his character. This return to a beloved franchise suggests that Tucker is finding a balance between honoring his past successes and pursuing new creative challenges. Throughout this renaissance, Tucker has maintained his commitment to philanthropy and social causes. He has been involved in various charitable efforts and has used his platform to address issues important to him, further solidifying his status as not just an entertainer, but also a socially conscious public figure. The legacy of Friday and Tucker's impact. Despite Chris Tucker's departure from the Friday franchise, his portrayal of Smokey continues to resonate with audiences decades after the film's release. The character has become an enduring pop culture icon, with Tucker's catchphrases and mannerisms frequently referenced in media and everyday conversations. The success of Friday and Tucker's performance in it paved the way for a new wave of urban comedies in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The film's blend of humor and social commentary influenced numerous subsequent productions, helping to diversify the landscape of American comedy cinema. Tucker's decision to leave the franchise at its peak has, in some ways, preserved the character of Smokey in cinematic amber. Unlike other characters that may have become diluted through multiple sequels, Smokey remains fresh in the public consciousness, untainted by potential missteps in follow-up films. Moreover, Tucker's career trajectory following Friday has served as an inspiration for many aspiring actors, particularly those from underrepresented backgrounds. His ability to parlay a breakout comedic role into a diverse and successful career demonstrated the potential for actors to transcend typecasting and achieve mainstream success. The ongoing discussions and speculation about Tucker's potential return to the franchise underscore the lasting impact of both the film and his performance. Even as Tucker has moved on to other projects and phases of his career, the cultural significance of Friday and the character of Smokey continue to be a defining aspect of his legacy in the entertainment industry. Tucker's influence on comedy and film. Chris Tucker's unique comedic style and screen presence have left an indelible mark on the landscape of comedy and film. His rapid-fire delivery, high-pitched voice, and energetic physical comedy became his trademark, influencing a generation of comedians who followed in his wake. In stand-up comedy, Tucker's ability to blend observational humor with dynamic storytelling set a new standard for performance. His fearless approach to tackling sensitive topics with humor, while maintaining a level of relatability, inspired many up-and-coming comedians to push boundaries in their own acts. In film, Tucker's performances demonstrated the potential for comedic actors to carry action-packed blockbusters. The success of the Rush Hour franchise, in particular, opened doors for other comedians to headline action comedy films, blending genres in ways that were previously uncommon in Hollywood. Tucker's career choices also highlighted the importance of selectivity in maintaining longevity in the entertainment industry. By carefully choosing his roles and taking extended breaks between projects, Tucker avoided overexposure and maintained a level of mystique that kept audiences interested in his work. His transition from raunchy comedy to more family-friendly material, influenced by his faith, also provided a template for other performers looking to evolve their public personas. Tucker showed that it was possible to maintain relevance and success while aligning one's career with personal values and growth. Furthermore, Tucker's ability to hold his own alongside dramatic actors in films like Silver Linings Playbook challenged perceptions about comedic actors' range. His performance in this film demonstrated that comedians could bring depth and nuance to dramatic roles, encouraging casting directors and filmmakers to consider comedic actors for a broader range of parts. Chris Tucker's journey from Friday to his current status as a respected comedian and actor is a testament to his talent, perseverance, and personal growth. His decision to leave the franchise, driven by financial considerations, career ambitions, and spiritual transformation, ultimately shaped his unique path in Hollywood. While fans may still yearn for Smokey's return, Tucker's evolution as an artist and individual has brought him new successes and a renewed sense of purpose. As he continues to navigate his career with careful consideration and authenticity, Tucker's legacy extends far beyond his iconic role, cementing his place as an influential figure in comedy and film.